Gus, you home?
No.
I guess that means I can come out.
Damn it. Son of a bitch.
Some new kind of style I'm not up on.
That's Fang Schmay. Don't you know anything?
Gus Lobel's one of the best Scotch baseball's ever seen. The guy that signed Dusty Baker, Dale Murphy, Tom Glavine.
Gus Lobel.
Well, what are you fellas staring at? I'm not a pole dancer. Welcome to the partnership committee.
I want this.
You'd be the only woman.
My father is a baseball scout. I grew up around men who swore, drank, and farted.
Cut me a damn check.
Trust me, I can handle it.
You need to meet with a specialist.
How are you going to scout this guy if your eyes aren't right?
I don't need your help. I don't know why you just don't go home.
Because I feel this dysfunctional sense of responsibility to make sure that you're okay.
Oh no!
How old was Mickey when
I'm young. 6.
how'd you handle all that by yourself?
I didn't.
He sent me away. Only a coward leaves their kid.
Well, you don't know half of what you think you do.
No, you're not alone.
Hey, you want to dance?
Not really.
Well, one dance. It wouldn't hurt anything.
All right.
Get out of here before I have a heart attack trying to kill you.
What do you think about dinner?
You mean together?
It's a little forward, don't you think? But yeah, if you're asking me out, I accept.
Dress in 9 days. I don't want any surprises. Gus is struggling. He's going to be out of a job.
I'm just so broken down. Oh, man, you ought to get as far away from me as you can.
Game's changed. Gus couldn't even turn on a typewriter, let alone a computer.
You don't know anything about the game. The computer can't tell if the kid's got instincts.
You know too much about baseball to be a lawyer.
It's a long story.
I'd like to hear it.
I don't want to tell it. You are crazy.
I just didn't want you to have life in the cheap seats, that's all.
The cheap seats. Spending every waking moment with my dad watching baseball. Those were the best seats in the house.
You're still single, aren't you?
Maybe you're emotionally unavailable.
Who are you, Dr. Phil?
Hey, that is quality television.
Yeah.
Well, we played DVD roulette again. Oh, this is Chip Cod Roach. And it landed on Trouble with the Curve.
Never heard of it.
You've seen it, and you said it was cute.
I did?
Yes.
How long ago was this?
This is actually when I believe we first started dating and we watched this movie. So probably around the springtime. That's usually when I broke out the baseball movies. And I guess it is right around that time now. So it is May, so it's perfect. It's still early on, obviously, in the season for those who are baseball fans. So this came out in 2012, definitely a manure field year of movies. So I will review it right after this.
Last time, the rabbit was in Trix Land, where zillions of other rabbits offered him sweet, fruity tricks.
Terrible!
At last, sweet, delicious Trix, the fruity part of my complete breakfast. Wow, delicious, yummy, awesome, mushy peanut.
Hey, Rabbit, can I have some too?
Tricks are for rabbits!
Tricks are for kids. Tricks are for kids. Silly Rabbit.
A rabbit can dream, can he?
So here's the silly little Tricks commercials, and I always cheered for the rabbit, just like I always cheered for the Leprechaun and Lucky Charms. They never had their bowl of cereal that they promoted. So I do remember Tricks. I remember eating them when I was little, and they were little round balls, and then they switched to fruit. And then apparently they went back to balls, and then they are apparently going to fruit again. So if you enjoy Tricks, that's fine. I haven't had them in several years.
I'm going to go with 35.
You could be right. So I hope you enjoyed the little Tricks commercial. Yes, I know it's a little off. I guess that commercial was in 1987, and this movie came out in 2012. I'm sorry, I'm not going to pick out a 2012 commercial because they were all dookie, just like the movies that came out that year. So, well, I'm sorry, but The Avengers obviously was the #1 movie. I did see that in theaters, believe it or not. And then we had the Dark Knight Rises. I don't remember anything about it. And then third, I believe, was the Hunger Games. I did see that. It was
I own it.
Yeah, I can.
And the book.
I can live without it.
Read the book. It's better.
I believe Stupid Twilight probably came out that year. Oh yes, Battleship came out that year. Oh, what a classic! And I'm trying to remember what other pile of Dookie came out that year. I know there was one right before right before Battleship that was mentioned, and I forgot what it was.
Lucky one?
I don't think so. It was one that I heard of. Oh yes, the movie Flight came out that year. I have not seen that one, but Flight, I want my $15 back. So those are the movies that came out in 2012, and of course, Trouble with the Curve was in that. I would think that this movie would have climbed up the ladder with all that nonsense that was being shown, but it did make money. I actually forgot what this made at the box office, but of course, this stars Clint Eastwood as Gus Lobel. And of course, Clint Eastwood, I know I'm gonna have to say who he is, but he was in a movie we reviewed called Escape from Alcatraz. He was in Pale Rider. He was in Absolute Power. I know he directed Million Dollar Baby, but I can't remember if he was in it. He was in The Mule, Gran Torino. So Clint Eastwood obviously has been around for several years.
No.
No, no, and no. Okay, well, that is Clint Eastwood, and of course, he is the main character in this, and he is a baseball scout. And I do enjoy his part in this. He's old fashioned, he likes to read up on players, and he likes to go to the actual. Yeah, oh, here we go. Questions already.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Well, apparently I got sunburned, and that will happen in the Sunshine State. So, well, I know Report of the Week doesn't get sunburned because he's pretty much locked up in fast food restaurants or in his bathroom with food poisoning, and I'm not exaggerating that either. He tells it all the time. So moving on. So he is a baseball scout, and he actually enjoys going to these high school games. The big argument here is the one guy in the front office is constantly on computers, just bringing up stats, and that is not the way to do it. Gus actually likes to go to the games and actually listen to everything and see everything as well. There's a lot to being a baseball scout, and there's a lot that they actually look for. Yes, I know. Now I'm talking a foreign language to some of these fake sports guys that just look up stuff on computers. Uh-oh, we got another question.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't expect you to. You just started watching baseball and going to games. So
I was advising games. I just had no idea what the hell was happening. That's a hit a ball and getting out of it.
yeah, well, unfortunately, that's all the game has pretty much come to now. So moving on, we also have, believe it or not, Justin Timberlake is in this movie, and I know that a lot of people are going to be surprised that I'm saying this, but I did not mind his part in this. He plays, of course, Flanagan. Yeah, I'm kind of ignoring the boy band part to his resume, but I know he was a voice of somebody in Shrek. I just forgot the character name. He was also in the movie Networking. He was apparently a voice in Trolls. So that's real. Oh yes, and wasn't he in some other romantic comedy? Was it just Friends?
Friends with benefits.
Well, Friends with Benefits. Okay, so that does sound like a Justin Timberlake movie.
Well, I don't think Ashton Kutcher is gonna like his wife being in that movie with him, but okay.
So that is Justin Timberlake, and he is also a baseball scout, but he's looking to get into the booth of the Red Sox. He does not want to be a baseball scout. He admits he's not good at it. His main focus, like I said, is being an announcer in the booth and being the voice of the Red Sox. That is his dream job, and they put him in charge of being in charge of a number one pick. Now, I can't see an organization like that putting somebody in charge of that, but I guess it just happened for Hey, for Hollywood, it sounds good. So we also do have Amy Adams, and of course, she is playing the part of course, Gus's daughter, and she is a lawyer. Yes, what a great profession. So so now she ends up. So now it turns out that she finds out her dad is his eyes are starting to go. So she goes on the road with him, but unfortunately, she is being looked at as being a partner in the law firm. So the timing is not really good. So so let's see how that works. So she does go back with them, and there is a huge communication break between the two. Something happened to her as a child, and Gus doesn't really want to talk about it. So their relationship is sort of
He sent
strained.
you off to look with who knows who because his wife died. Ooh.
Well, it
Anyway,
wasn't.
I just say what she did. So I don't know any of it yet.
Oh yes, yes. And Amy Adams, of course, was in Night at the Museum, the
Nope.
Smithsonian, I believe. She was in the Muppet movie.
Definitely not.
Oh, I forgot the name of the space movie she was in. It was Arrival. That was the space movie. I had to check that out. And apparently, she was in all three of the Night at the Museums, and she was also in Enchanted
And Disenchanted.
and Disenchanted. How nice. So,
I forgot Man of Steel. And
Oh.
Batman versus Superman.
oh yes, how Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman. I will send her a sympathy letter for having to work with Ben Affleck. So, I knew I was going to get something thrown at me for that. Neosporin, but make sure it's the pain relief.
You're
So-
an idiot. That's not even the pain relief one. That's the original one.
No, well, nope, that's the wrong one. So remember, you want to get the pain relief.
Okay, Sean said, get out.
so when my band-aid's falling off. So you're gonna turn the camera off. Okay, so that will pretty much be it for Amy Adams, and her name is Mickey in this because well, Mickey Mantle was her father's favorite player, so he named her Mickey. And like they said in the movie, it's a good thing it wasn't Yogi Berra. So, so now we're moving on to the wonderful actor, very talented John Goodman is in this, and he plays Pete. And I believe he is actually the director of scouting. They don't actually say what his title is, but that is what I'm assuming it is. So he is Gus's friend. He always goes to bat for Gus. He says that he should be in charge of the number one pick of the Atlanta Braves. I wish they would have picked a different team to have this around. And we know John Goodman. He was in Roseanne.
Nope.
He was in King Ralph,
Nope.
Arachnophobia, The Babe.
Nope.
Oh, he was in Flight.
Nope.
The Flintstones movie.
Nope.
He was in Barton Fink.
Nope.
Blues Brothers 2000.
Nope.
So John Goodman's resume, he was in The Big Lebowski. We can ignore that. So obviously his resume is very good. He's enjoyable. He has a very good part in this as well. So now we are going to get to the antagonist in this movie, and that is Matthew Lillard, who plays Philip. And he is constantly in the, I believe it could be the GM of the Braves' ear. So they don't really say what his role is. But Philip. Well, yes, there is that. I know he's saying that he wants to be the GM eventually. So he really likes this Bo Gentry pick, but he doesn't go to high school games. He just looks up the stats on the computer. It talks about batting average, but it's what Gus says. How can you tell if a guy is mentally ready to play? If his hands drift, if he hides his pitches. There's so much a computer cannot do. So that's what he tries to see, but Philip keeps insisting on this new software and technology that is supposedly so great. And he just sits in the office and just reads stats. So big deal. He's a glorified Mel Kiper. They're not important. So that is Matthew Lillard's part. He's constantly trying to get Gus to retire or phase him out. So
Say what he's in, or you want to
oh, I forgot. I forgot about the stuff that Matthew Lillard's in. Of course, Serial Mom. We have
Nope.
Scream.
Yep.
We have Wing Commander.
Nope.
And I believe he was also in the Scooby-Doo movies as well. He was. He played the character that was with Scooby Doo all the time, the one that's afraid of everything. What is that? Shaggy. So that is pretty much it for Matthew Lillard. So the story to this movie is Gus Lobel, of course, is a baseball scout. His eyes are starting to go. So now it's pretty much how can you be a scout and you're obviously your eyes are clouding that part so you can't see it, but it does show that hearing is just as important. And like I said, his daughter Mickey does go on the road with them, so she does help him out. So, um, so that is pretty much the story. He's a baseball scout. They're looking to push him out, and he's in charge of a number one pick. And we get to see if this number one pick is even any good. The player's name is Bo Gentry, and he's not really a character you root for. He's obviously a cocky teenager that's in high school, so he is obviously the best thing since, or he thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread. And looking at his gut, he eats a lot of Wonder Bread. So you're not going to like his character during the clips that I show. Hopefully, they won't get cut because this is Warner Brothers. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show the first clip because the story is pretty cut and dry. So I will show that in just a second.
That we all hate to think he may be ready for pasture. We carry the option.
For Christ's sakes, what is this? Gus Lobel can do the job.
So yes, this is the opening scene, and yes, that is the guy that played Team 1000 in Terminator 2. I always forget the actor's name. I just know that his last name is Patrick. So Flat Top Patrick there, I believe he is either the owner or the GM. I would have to look that up. They don't actually say. I believe he is the GM. So now they are, of course, discussing Gus there. Pete there, played by John Goodman, is saying that he could spot talent from an airplane and he should be in charge of Gentry. And Philip, played by Matthew Lillard, is so quick to get him out. He even knows when his contract is going to end, and this scene was so slow. But when it turned out but when they asked about his contract, boy, let me tell you, Philip there was so fast to saying that they have the option and that it is running out. That is the fastest that he talked, and it did save us with the clip because I believe it did get to 6 seconds thanks to that quick little line there, saying it's up in 3 months and that they have. Well, then I will demonstrate. It's up in 3 months, and we have the option. He said it with that much excitement. He was excited that Gus's contract is coming up. So now Pete does go to Gus's house, and he explains why the computers can be very, very flawed. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Anybody who uses computers doesn't know a damn thing about this game.
If you wanted to, you could access any high school or college roster, pull the stats on any player anytime. You wouldn't have to waste your time with all these papers.
It's at the heart of this game. They decide who's going to play, and if they're lucky, they decide how it's going to be played. But a computer that can't tell if a kid's got instincts or not, or if he can hit a cutoff man or hit behind the runner.
So Gus does eventually explain how the computers are flawed. Give him a break. He was probably in his late 70s to early 80s when he made this. So it was actually probably 70s. So he obviously doesn't talk that fast anymore. And he did have to get to his point. But you can see all the papers that he's reading, and I actually do have to defend him on this. If at least he loves what he does, I would probably be doing the same thing. I would rather read up on how he's doing in the paper than just bring up some stupid website.
Go and watch him play like that guy did we went to a couple weeks ago.
Or I would rather do that than pick up some silly piece of paper on the internet. Because baseball scouts also get to travel from town to town as well. I think that's much more fun than reading something online. That's just my opinion. And especially if you're paid to actually do it, you're paid to go to these towns. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I actually think it would be a fun way to make a living. So, so now he does explain what the computer also cannot pick up on, and I agree 110%. So after this little scene here, he does end up tipping the pizza guy his breakfast pizza, which I'm sure is great for him at that age. He does tip the pizza guy $50 by accident. So obviously he was reaching for a 5 and got that mixed up. So that is showing that his sight is starting to go, and Pete does pick up on that. So now we get to see Justin Timberlake. I forgot what they called him. Fire Flanagan or Flaming Flanagan, something like that. And he is practicing announcing at just a pickup game. Let's see how the kids react to that. So I will show that clip in just a second.
The outfielder can't make the play. The ball goes under his glove, rolling all the way to the wall. He's rounding third. He's going to try to make it all the way home. Here comes... Safe! He beat the tag! The Yankees win the game! I do not believe it! The Yankees win the game!
Help if you wouldn't.
So this scene here, it was pretty amusing. But if you are looking to get a chance at being the voice of a franchise, this is something that you would actually do. I may have done stuff similar to this when I was a kid playing video games, and I would actually have a tape recorder and make up my own radio show. Yes, I did do that. Not ashamed of it either. It was actually a lot of fun. So I could kind of understand both sides here. Obviously, he's looking to get a shot at the booth, and those kids probably found him to be a dork because he obviously wasn't invited. He just sort of just plopped his car there and was kind of acting like a strange lunatic. Maybe he should have explained himself. That may have been an okay thing to do, especially since he's being stared at. So moving on. So now I will show the next clip. We get to see Mickey, and she is on a date, and she looks not interested at all. So it almost looks like she's on a date with Timothy Dalton. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Walk one guy who would have had a perfect game. He was blowing people away.
I don't know.
I'm sorry?
He's a single ball guy. He's crafty, makes his living on the corners.
Wow. What a baseball fan.
Just picked up a few things growing up.
Buddy, interesting. We're having off camera again. So now this is Mickey, and she is out to dinner with Doofus. So obviously she doesn't look real interested, and then of course she's bringing up baseball and talking about it, and she confused the poor waiter because he just looks stupid. And then her dumb date didn't show any interest in what she was talking about, and he just sort of just had the Peter Strauss, Daniel Craig, Timothy Dalton blank stare. So this probably isn't going to go anywhere because she is dating General Boring. So now she does go home and she makes partner. And who does she call first? Her father.
No, she has to get to win the case, and then make her.
Oh, sorry. She has to win the case, then make partner, but it's still good news. She has the confidence. So, but then she does decide to call her dad and tell her the possible good news.
And
Yeah, I'm sure her dad is just.
You just called her dad a her.
She is going to call him, and I'm sure he's going to be very happy to hear from her. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Who the hell's calling me up at this time of night? Hello? Hello?
So this is Mr. Grumpy when he gets the phone call. And honestly, I don't really like getting phone calls either. So I am totally on this guy's side. So,
Except for something important, you don't answer for 5 hours.
oh, jeez. So, I mean, this was kind of an important phone call. He probably should. I don't know how late it really was. It was probably like 9 o'clock or something. So, obviously she's excited about it, but yeah, I guess her dad did kind of kill her mood. So now she gets an unexpected visitor while she's at work. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Acting any differently?
No, he is as unpleasant as usual.
Been sick at all?
I don't think so.
Nick, if something goes wrong up in Carolina with this kid Gentry, he's gonna be out of a job.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. That would be the end of one of the all-time great love stories.
He wouldn't do well without his work.
What do you want me to do about it?
So this is Pete visiting Mickey, and he's pretty much begging her, almost begging her, to go to North Carolina with her dad, Gus, because he can pick up that something is wrong. And if he doesn't do well, picking up with this number one pick, he is going to be out of a job. So he really wants to make sure that that doesn't happen because, like he said, he would not do well without his work. So, and that does happen to people from time to time. So what actually ends up getting her to go is the doctor. Gus's eye doctor does actually contact Mickey, and she ends up getting the information out of him. So now she goes to North Carolina. So now we get to meet Bo Gentry, the number one pick. And yeah, I know the name Bo for a number one pick is becoming a little bit worn out. I wish they would come up with a different name, but this movie was before draft day, so I guess it does get a slight pass. But we'll find out if he is likable or not. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Over here. $2, please. You want me to pay for them? It's all right, Peanut Boy. Put it on my tab.
Well, obviously, Bo here is not the most likable character, and just throwing it out there, you could probably guess what number they picked him to wear for this movie. Yeah, it's number 3. Babe Ruth's number. So I called that a mile away. So now he does. Obviously, there is a little bit of foreshadowing here when he throws the peanuts to him. So it does show that he does have an arm, and this may this might have some importance later on in the movie. So let's see how Bo does. Maybe he's all talk and no show. So let's see what happens in just a second. Well, this is Bo here. So he did hit a home run. So he is some talk, I'm going to say, and no show. He's playing against high school teams. So I guess this is how they do look at players. There's a lot to consider, unfortunately, when you do play in high school. You're using a metal bat. In the major leagues, you use a wooden bat. Yeah, there's a difference. So,
Yeah, well, but not how.
so now we get to see teammate of the year, and let's see how he is on the bus with his classmates. What I didn't show was when Bo hit that home run, when he did his little base trot, he didn't even acknowledge the third base coach. He just blew him off. And in my opinion, that is incredibly disrespectful. So now I will show the clip on the bus, and we get to see how Bo is with the rest of the team in just a second.
Excuse me! Earth to losers! I'm trying to do my visualizing. I'm hitting homers, I'm signing endorsement deals, I'm bagging chicks. Respect my space.
All right, that's enough, okay? Everybody sit down.
So this is teammate of the year. So obviously the team is joking around. I mean, yeah, okay, fine. They are childish jokes. They're stupid jokes.
They're kids.
I get that, but he didn't have to do what he did because you shouldn't be calling them losers because baseball is a team game. So they might have to bail him out or get him to run in. So there's a lot that he probably should be a little bit nicer to them, even though he is the main star. So now. Mickey is going to be checking things out with his swing. So I will show that clip in just a second.
The third base side.
What for?
Because I would like to get back to Atlanta.
Oh, good. As long as you're here, you might as well be helpful. Watch his hips.
Yeah, I know.
Make sure they carry him through the ball.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and his swing, is it a two-piece deal or is it nice and fluid? And then go around the other side and see how
He
it
goes
goes.
the opposite.
The opposite way.
Right.
Oh, you just stand there and get going.
So she is taking the third base side, and he's explaining of what to look for. She already knows, and then of course he has to have his little snarky remark at the end. I love the grumpy Gus kind of stuff. It is kind of amusing. Some people may not find it that way, but it is typical Clint Eastwood at his best. He was kind of that way in Gran Torino as well. So now Wilbur the pig is back up to bat. So now we get to show him. Let's see what he does this time. Will he eventually strike out, or will he hit another home run? So I will show that clip in just a second.
Think about dinner.
You mean together?
And me.
I'd be all over the heat. Come with the off-speed stuff.
So unfortunately, he does hit another home run. So I do like the little side stuff here with Justin Timberlake and Amy Adams. It is pretty amusing. He is trying to get a date with her. And no, you were just down. So unfortunately, he does hit another home run, and he does hit a car in the meantime. So I believe in this game, I know he did get a single, and I think he got 2 home runs. And yes, on the field there, I don't know if we got it in the clip, but that was Phillips' little minion who was on the grass. So he wants to make sure that nothing goes wrong, but now he sees that there is Gus's daughter's there, but of course he thinks it's Gus's girlfriend for whatever reason. He just jumps into that assumption. Yeah, well, they're 2 morons. I can't help that. So we do get to hear the little minion in action, and of course he's making a stupid comparison. There's no surprise there. So I will show that clip in just a second.
In a single, we could be looking at the next Albert Pujols.
Oh my God, I want this pick. Maybe the Red Sox on the fence, we do a draft and trade deal. Just make sure Grandpa doesn't screw it up, all right?
Yeah, he's got some young babe traveling with him.
Wow. I'm surprised he can still get it up.
Well, this is Philip and his little minion. So his little minion's pretty much saying that there is a hot babe with him. And right away, they're assuming that this is Gus's girlfriend. So they're just both stupid. You'll have to forgive them. So then, of course, his stupid minion Neil says they could be looking at the next Albert Pujols. So here we go with the stupid comparisons. Oh, we got a question.
Who's that?
He was a baseball player, a really good one with the St. Louis Cardinals. He did not really pan out well, though, with the Anaheim Angels. He kind of fizzled out. But very, very good player with the Cardinals.
Okay.
But still, stupid comparison. Because this guy is in high school. You cannot make those comparisons yet. So, he does anyways. So, Philip is now in love with this pick. He's on his, of course, he's in the office where it's dark. And of course, he has his computer on. So, he's playing Wannabe Scout. So now we get to see how Philip and Pete get along. And this is really moving along in the movie. So there's sort of a lot going on here. But I'm just going to show the more tolerable parts for YouTube. We will see how this one does. Hopefully this will blow past Mickey. But we will see. So I will show the next clip in just a second.
She's not helping out, she's visiting.
What the hell's going on, Pete? Can't have the daughter of one of our scouts impacting an important Atlanta Braves decision.
Well, you're a real team player, aren't you, Philip?
It's just business. Don't take it so personal. I'm not after your job because I want to be the director of scouting. I'm after your job because I want to be the GM. You know how it is.
So this is Pete and Philip here. So I think Philip's position. I think my wonderful bride here figured out that he is a scout because I'm trying to figure out because he doesn't want the job for director of scouting. He wants to go all the way up to the GM. I wish they would have.
After Pete's job, so he's gonna become the GM.
Yes, but his real goal is to be the GM. Um, so I guess he's just a lonely scout. In my opinion, he's a pretty crappy one if he's just looking at a computer. But we all know how much I love technology. I absolutely love smartphones. I think they're the greatest thing in the world. Because that is what Philip is just looking at, of course, when he does leave the office. And notice Pete is not. Pete doesn't even have a phone by him. So Philip is what I call generation technology. I don't think he can live without it. And actually, it's kind of funny because Mickey's face is pretty much in her phone. She's in her phone the whole time in the movie as well. So, and Gus yells at her several times to get her beak out of it. So, uh, so after all this, Pete is obviously fed up with Philip. He wants to pretty much throw him out of the building if he could. He probably wants to give him a wedgie and a swirly while he's at it as well. So now they are at the final game, and Gus does notice that there might be a little slight problem with Wilbur the pig. So when he was up to bat, he didn't do so well with a breaking ball, probably because he was breaking wind from all his hot dogs. So let's see how he does at his last at bat. He's probably going to get a breaking ball again, which is a curveball. So I will show that clip in just a second. So this was the final game, and yes, he did hit a home run, but his hands still drift. He is using an aluminum bat, and he barely got the ball out. So there, like I said, there is a lot to do with scouting, and Mickey did ask how he knew, and he said he heard it. So it's a pure sound. Just remember him saying that to Mickey, and he says that you will know it when you hear it. So now it is draft day, and no, you don't have stupid Mel Kiper or Mike Greenberg. You actually have some people that are tolerable. I don't know who they are. So 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 now the Red Sox are they did pass on Gentry. They did not take him. They went with a pitcher. Not bad for Flanagan, but let's see what the Braves do, because now if the Braves do take Gentry, Flanagan might be getting into some trouble. So I will show that clip in just a second.
What? Gus is adamant he can't hit the curve.
Christ. How long are we gonna listen to this? I don't give a damn what the old man says. We've been tracking him. Matt says he can hit the crap out of anything that's tossed to him. This kid's a godsend.
I stand with Gus. I say we sign the pitcher from San Diego.
We are not passing on Vince.
Last time I checked, that's my decision.
Yes. Look, I'm sorry. It's just I'm all in this kid.
Well, there was a little bit more to this clip, so they do decide to go with Gentry. But what Philip says is, if he is wrong, that he can get fired. So so obviously, like I said, the Red Sox pass, and the Braves decide to go with Bo Gentry. So now they get the big cocky Wilbur the pig. So congratulations to the Braves. But now, is it the right pick? Is it the wrong pick? Yeah, I'm not going to tell you. So now there's just one more clip I'm going to show, and then I'm going to see if this movie's worth seeing, if I'm going to highly recommend it, and do my whole spiel. So I will show the. Oh yes, Pete did go. He wanted to go with Gus and say do not pick him, but of course Philip said So good old Philip here got the. Oh, yeah, with them picking Bo Gentry, Justin Timberlake may have went bye from the Red Sox. I honestly really don't know.
Because he was mad.
Yeah, well, that too, and bye from Gus. So now I will show the final clip in just a second.
Is that the peanut guy? Is that your favorite pitch?
Sorry?
You threw a curve?
Yes.
Show me.
So I know what you're thinking. Where did this come from, and why didn't you show clips of this happening in other parts of the movie? Well, because he was only in it in a couple parts. He was obviously he threw the peanuts at the beginning, and his mother works at the motel. So Mickey here heard him pitching outside in the outside the motel. He was throwing pitches to his brother, and his brother actually has a cardboard thing in his mitt because his brother throws so hard. So she heard the sound that Gus was talking about. So she sees that there's definitely potential here, and he didn't play for his high school team because he was busy helping his mom work. So there was no time to really for him to really get noticed. I'm sure this does happen from time to time.
Probably happens a lot more than this.
Yes, or that too, now he does go in for a tryout, and Pete does make a big deal about it, saying that there's no paperwork on him, there's no history, so Mickey does bring him in for a tryout. Now, how it goes, I'm not going to tell you that. So this is one you're going to have to see for yourself, and I think I'm getting a question or. So now for the actual review. This was a pretty simple movie, nothing really fancy here. I understand that there may not have been a lot of action for a lot of people, but
It was a drama, so I ain't supposed to have a lot of action.
well, dramas go so well on YouTube. I shouldn't say that. Some of them do better than others. This is a very good sports drama, in my opinion.
The sports parts of it, that's going to be a problem.
The sports parts to me are good enough. Oh,
That's all I'm being on YouTube.
oh,
Because sports movies are not all that good.
what do you mean?
They're not doing good.
Rookie of the Year did okay. The Sandlot's actually being watched now. Yeah, I know. Most of them don't do as well. This one I'm hoping will blow past Mickey.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
So I know it's wishful thinking, but this movie here, the cast was flawless. I thought the everybody in this movie played the part well. I know that I'm going to take heat for saying that about Matthew Lillard's part, but he did a nice job playing a very
I think should have stuck to playing stupid Shaggy movie. That fits his personality.
his part of this movie was very good. And then Pete did a nice job. It's John Goodman. What do you expect?
I don't know who that is.
He had to recover from the movie Flight. And then Clint Eastwood, of course, he played his part really well as well. And this was very, very well directed. I just forgot the guy's name. I think it was something Lorenz. I've never heard of him before. And then we also have Justin Timberlake. I was very surprised by his role because the second I saw his name on there, I was wondering if I made a mistake buying this movie at Walmart for $15. Actually, it might have been $12.96. But anyways, so this movie, in my opinion, definitely gets a strong B plus rating. This was a very, very good movie. I highly recommend watching it. In 2012, this is probably my favorite movie that came out that year because The Avengers was fine, I guess, but I would rather watch a movie. Oh, well, they shouldn't be angry. I mean, I didn't bash it when I got out of the theater, but I would rather watch.
Star Wars and the Avengers is a very bad thing to do, and not everybody likes Star Wars and the Avengers.
I didn't even insult Star Wars.
Not today. I'm just saying in general.
I didn't insult Star Wars yesterday.
I'm not talking. I'm saying in general.
Oh, so then.
Hopefully the new movie comes out in.
Oh well, okay, fine. The newer Star Wars, fine. Yes, I do make fun of that. I call them child wars. So, anyways, so with this movie here, I do highly recommend it. I do believe you could watch. I'm just puzzled if you would let kids watch this with some of the suggested adult situations in this would be a little bit tricky for me to really get, but I guess you can always fast forward those scenes. This movie, on the other hand, I think you have to pay for if you do find this on a streaming service. I don't believe this is free, but I could be wrong. So, So yeah, if it's on Prime, unfortunately, you do have to pay, and then you're just better off just buying a physical copy of it. So no capes and lasers, but definitely highly recommend this. This is definitely a must-see baseball movie. So please comment below, subscribe if you want, and thank you very much for watching.